Hello, my dear Lightworkers. This time I'm addressing you because I really need to share this client session that I had last week with another Lightworker. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I am Mel and I am an intuitive counselor. I am an Akashic Records Consultant and I also practice reconnective healing. And for me, in my practice, oftentimes these all come together actually. But anyway, last week, I had a session with a young woman and she felt that she had a mission, that she was supposed to do something here. And she did not call herself a light worker, but she was very much that. And she was able to identify that which she felt was her purpose and her mission, and what that would mean if she should embody this here and live that kind of implied way. And she came because she was completely torn apart inside, because she felt there was, on the one hand, this what she felt her mission was and what she came here to do, and this, and the purpose, and on the other hand, what she felt her desire was to experience here and to live and to manifest. And these two, for her, were going into completely different directions, and she was at a point where she felt so much pain about this. She could not bear this tension anymore. She could not bear feeling so torn, literally, by this, and she was very much in pain when she came and when we spoke first. And totally understandable. Like, I could so understand it, and I could feel her pain. And when we opened her Akashic Records and when I tuned into her soul, what became apparent was that the source where her identification with the purpose came from, right? So basically, where it originated, that she felt this and this was her purpose, was not from her, from within her, that she kind of developed this sense or knowing or feeling from her inner guidance that this is what she's supposed to do here, but that this came from conversations that she had with somebody in her life who she looked up to, who she saw as a kind of a spiritual mentor, as somebody who was awake and aware and maybe more evolved, who told her what she thought her purpose and her mission was here and how she should live, therefore. Now, if you want it more concrete, I understand. So maybe I share with you what I mean by this. So basically, this young woman, this client, she had been told by her, let's say, spiritual mentor, that she was here to embody a certain kind of frequency or energy, and this is why she was supposed to not really being in a relationship. There was this is why she should live on her own, why she should not need a relationship anymore, why she should not have a family, and this is what would have to happen if she wanted to accomplish that mission in this lifetime. And my client, during the conversation, obviously it was so apparent, she was able to identify the resistance to what she had been told, and yet she had felt this strong sense of, well, this person must know what they're talking about, and I don't want to live a life that's beside my mission, but I also feel like I want other things. I do want a relationship. I do want love. I do want connection. I do want maybe a family. I do want to maybe experience motherhood and giving life to kids. And it like for her, it was like, I have to give this up if I want to, you know, live my purpose. And now her guidance was, and this is why I'm sharing this with you, because it's for a lot of you too, dear light workers, because I know a lot of you are struggling and a lot of you are suffering and are living in pain because you feel that this is part of the job description, right? Because it's you feel that this maybe has to be this hard in order for you to accomplish your mission. And what became very clear from the higher consciousness, but like she was being guided and led into this realization that when you feel, yes, being a light worker here, this resonates with me, I can identify with this, and this is who you feel you are and what you feel you are, then you need to live, obviously, in alignment with your purpose, okay? So that you feel like, okay, I accomplished what I came here to do or to be, right? So what does it mean though to be in alignment? And this is really the core of this. To be in alignment means to be in alignment with your soul, your soul's desire, your soul's knowledge, higher consciousness, your higher self, source, okay? Now, this means that whenever you feel that there is a resistance to something, right? Now, yes, look at, does the resistance come from the ego or come from within? And if it comes from within, which means from your soul level, then it means it's out of alignment. And all of you, dear light workers, you are supposed to be in alignment, which means you are supposed to do or be whatever you came here to do and be with joy. If you feel like you have to suffer in order to accomplish something, in order to be this or live this, I totally understand why this is, because in other sessions with other light workers and other people, this came through too, that some of you, maybe many of you, have had lives in the past as saints and as martyrs, okay, where you have been enlightened, you have been filled with source's love, and you have brought this down to here, but you've had to suffer because also the mentality in the past, if you want to call it that, but in those different dimensions and timelines, the mentality was a different one. It was very much one of, you have to suffer in order to show your true love and embody true love. You have to suffer in order to be close to God and to imitate Jesus's love, because he showed through suffering how much he loved us and earth and humans. But this is a false and distorted way of conceptualizing love, because what love is, and you know this, when you love, the last thing you want is for the person you love to suffer. Okay, that's the last thing you want. So if source is love and you are love, suffering is a total different vibration than love. Suffering means not being in alignment. And for you, dear light workers, today in 2020, there is no need to suffer anymore. Yes, you have done this in the past, and yes, it might be in your frequency and in your knowing, but this is old energy that you can let go of now. There is no need for you to suffer in this lifetime in order to be a light worker. Quite the opposite. In this lifetime, You are supposed to shine. You are supposed to be of high vibration. And what that means is you're supposed to be full of joy, because that's a high frequency, full of love, full of bliss. Okay? And this means you deserve it, dear light workers. This is what you should do. This is what you should experience, what you should give, because only when you enter that type of frequency will you actually be of light, and will you be able to raise the vibration of people around you, for the people around you. And I'm sure this makes sense to you right now. And now a lot of you are used to being in pain and feeling alone and feeling isolated and feeling maybe still that they're dealing with their traumas from their childhood, because a lot of you also have chosen difficult circumstances to be born into when you started out, and then to awaken, and then to move forward in this and to be the light. But it does mean that you have to come into this frequency of light and of light-heartedness, of joy, of high vibration, in order to be a light worker, my darlings. And this means that you can let go of the concept of suffering completely. And whatever you feel you truly wish for or want or is in alignment with you, go for it, right? It doesn't mean you're self-centered or you're self-focused and self-serving. It means that you are one with you, and that you understand you, and that you live as you, and not a false perception or concept that you think you need to embody, or that you need to be in order to complete a mission, or in order to live a certain purpose. Yes, you are supposed to be and bring the light, absolutely. But you cannot do this when you're on the opposite side of that frequency. And suffering and denying yourself stuff and holding back is not the frequency of giving, of radiating light, I know I'm repeating myself. I just really, really, really want you to get this. And what is stopping you, and what I can hear now even some of you saying is, how can I give myself permission to be joyful? How do I find my way into joy when I have maybe been living for long periods of time with a different type of frequency? And this is how you do it, okay? Number one, you do not beat yourself up for maybe holding on to low vibrational energy for too long, okay? You come into this, I love things the way they are. I love me the way I am. I accept this. I'm understanding. I'm generous with myself. I'm patient with this. And it's all good for now where I'm at. And now I'm realizing certain things. And I take these things that I realize, for example, that I do have permission from source and from within myself, I do have permission to move towards joy, to move towards light, because this is me. This is my essence, and this is what this world needs from me. So therefore, I'm going to start today by making my experience more joyful. And this is it, dear light workers. Your experience is not supposed to be miserable. Your experience is supposed to be joyful. And you will help all of us raise our vibration. The happier you are, the more prosperous you are, the more abundant you are, the more successful you are, the more generous you are, the more radiant you are. You're helping us. You're helping this planet. And this is what's needed. So give yourself permission first, because source is giving yourself permission, or is giving you permission. You have it. It's there. And you feel that frequency. It is there. Tap into it. and move slowly into that direction more and more and more, and shine. Okay, and going back to this client now, this all came through. Okay, and she realized that she had this concept that somebody else had for her, which, you know, she thought was her purpose, but it did not resonate with her. She felt, yes, you know, I think I am supposed to be a mother. This is what my soul is saying. And I want to live in a partnership because I am good as a partner, and there are things that I want to experience and explore in this lifetime. And, you know, once she gave herself permission during the session, she totally changed. Like at the end of the session, it was beautiful to see, because we laughed. We, like, her energy literally was, you know, much bouncier and I would say sunnier towards the end. And it was like I could see the person, or this, yeah, the person she was before all this trouble started. And she would even have said, yes, I was very sunny and very happy and very joyful and you know, cheerful. And I could then glimpse at this, actually more, I could see it, you know. She displayed that, and she tapped into that during the last part of the session, into that part of her. And it was beautiful to see how everything else just fell away. And I really felt a strong need to share this with you, because I think it resonates with a lot of you Lightworkers out there, or at least with some of you Lightworkers out there. It's only one example, but some of you have your own stories with the kind of same dilemma or essence in it. And if this is for you, I know you know that this was for you, and this is a message directly from above to you, because you needed to hear this. And oftentimes, and this is what I love about this work too, and I'm going to share more of the messages and the learnings and the higher guidance from the sessions, because a lot of it is actually meant for not just that one person. And I feel that now. And for some reason, more and more, you Lightworkers are moving into the focus. And I feel like, you know, there is support out there for you that you need to get. And you need to feel the support more. And I feel I want to bring this support more forward to you. And this is not clear yet, but yeah, sharing this story and these insights with you is one of the ways, anyway, that I am trying to do this. And I'm sending you much love for today. Do something today that feels good, that feels joyful, that raises your frequency and vibration, and know that by you being happy, you're helping all of us. Okay? You're helping the planet. So give yourself permission to be happy. I love you guys.